can talk about her hairline, but I can't talk about Kevin Samuels. Damn.
Hey, but Tommy, you look at Kevin Samuels, Tommy. If you look at Kevin Samuels, Tommy, he
I'm not here to tell you not to talk about Kevin Samuels. I'm not here to tell you not to talk about him, Tommy.
But what if
I can't believe you're talking about Kevin's purse. Nigga, I talked about a black woman's weave color.
Hey, but Tommy, but I look at Kevin Samuels like how I look at Luther Vandross, man. We ain't no,
and we all shop black women.
So you just
getting creeping in here, tires screeching, infrared beaming, niggas head leaking. What the fuck was he thinking? Sounds of police, mama signing new leases. You know you got to relocate it when you're beefing. I guess you're here for a real reason. Why it like you got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing. Niggas be scheming, fiending, the country just get off the hook.
O'Shea Duke. Who else the black people that y'all like? Name the black male content creators that you like. I personally like Ergen.
What his selling approach is, you know, he got the suits on, you know what I'm saying, designer glasses, you know, the candles burning in the crib.
Things that women are into.
Things women are into. That's the majority of why the women watch him, is because it's sensual. It's what you call grown and sexy look. It's not like Tommy's show where it's raw and uncut.
Yeah.
And some raw.
These same people y'all are hold on, let me say this, Gotti. These same people they're talking about, they're the same people who made Queen's Court really big as well. They're the same people who made Tasha K really big. Yep. And they're the same reason why Storm decided to act like a fag and become Tasha K's sidekick. Yep. Y'all niggas are stupid. Storm literally started off on my show and he was doing none of that fag shit.
That's a fact. He did.
That's been the principle of marketing since the beginning of time, Tommy.
That's so you can't turn around and say somebody dressed up your message better.
The prettier the package, and we all shop black women.
So you're just arguing against your own point that you made a minute ago, sir.
I'm just telling you that it's moot whether you're saying he's gay or not. It's moot whether you're saying he's a weirdo and the Kappas don't like him.
No, it isn't. It's moot. Then it's moot to me talking about black women wearing weave. It's moot to me saying black women got that too.
You know what I think Kevin Samuels is?
Oh my God. These niggas watch me go off on black women. Please, black women, if you're watching this, black women, look what's happening. They watch me talk about y'all kids. They watch me talk about y'all stretch marks. But now when I talk about Kevin Samuels, it's moot.
I've never watched the Tommy show. Can I get back to what the end game is? The question.
Go ahead, quick.
Real quick.
Do it.
I like it.
I think Kevin Samuels is a metrosexual.
Oh, you have
these niggas let me talk. These niggas let me talk mad shit about black women, but this man I can't.
Be real.
But Tommy, you're begging the question here. This is the real question.
Oh God, Tommy.
Which is more
I
feminine?
can't do this shit.
Which is more feminine?
I can talk about her hairline, but I can't talk about Kevin Samuels. Damn.
Hey, but Tommy, when you look at Kevin Samuels, Tommy, if you look at Kevin Samuels, Tommy,
I'm not here to tell you not to talk about Kevin Samuels. I'm not here to tell you not to talk about him, Tommy.
But what if
I can't believe you're talking about Kevin's purse. Nigga, I talked about a black woman's weave color.
Hey, but Tommy, but I look at Kevin Samuels like how I look at Luther Vandross, man. We ain't know Luther was gay, you know, until we listen.
No, you didn't know Luther was gay.
Goodbye. That's what I mean.
You didn't know.
Stick your foot in.
Many women will say,
proud to be gay. Go ahead.
Many women will say that.
Yes, the Kevin Samuels followers are weird as hell. These niggas are going down with the shit. Now, this nigga, listen, here's ghetto intellect and the rest of the Kevin Samuels followers. The Titanic is going down. Kevin was driving the Titanic.
But let me ask you this.
Just up there trying their best to plug holes and everything. Kevin got another down rowboat.
But which is more feminine? Because many women will say
Kevin looking at them niggas trying to plug them holes, and he laughing.
You ducking my question. Stop it. Many women will say that complaining about black women's weave is more feminine than scented candles or wearing loafers.
True.
Come on,
Listen,
because I like to shop for shoes. I wear a lot of suits, and I love scented candles. But you've never heard me, because you never heard me at all. But I don't complain about weave and shit like that.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. When I talk about weave, people don't understand where my point is when I say it, and I try to make sure they get it. They say, "Well, I we seen you fuck bitches with weave, and you still talking about bitches with weave." I said, "Well, here's my problem, because I saw it happen in my own house. That's why I don't let my daughters see with none of these bitches I'm fucking with weave." But I watched my child hate her own hair because her mother didn't have hair like hers, and the girls at school did. Me. And then I watch these black girls right now. There's 13, 14, and 15-year-old black women, girls, excuse me, who are fucking and sucking niggas' dicks to get money to buy weed because of how embarrassing they feel in school without it. It's a problem now. It ain't like sucking dick for scented candles and sandals.
Well, no, but how about if you had a young lady who needed glasses, but her parents didn't need glasses?
Okay.
Would that also be a contention for self-esteem?
Yes.
But would it be the same kind of problem?
Well, hold on. You said this is called a defect.
Well, because you know that when you're young.
Stop. We got to start right there. You said both parents had perfect vision and the child didn't. That's called a defect by definition, right?
Yeah,
that is.
Okay, so if it's a defect, unless black kids were being born with kinky hair and both parents had straight hair, you'd have a point. But you don't, because black people's hair look like their children, but they sit up there and change it, which gives their kids a self-esteem issue about something they have naturally, that their clan has naturally.
Well, no, because
now imagine, and let me take your example and go a little bit farther. Imagine if you had the ability, though, to give your kids glasses at least so they could see. Okay. But you refuse to help.
That has happened to people before.
No, that's what I'm saying. So you refuse to give your kids glasses or get LASIK. You just wanted them to walk around running in walls and embarrassing themselves after people kept laughing at them because they couldn't see.
Well, but there's a stigma for certain kids to wear glasses. You get called four eyes.
What I'm telling you is that's not the parents' fault because they didn't give their kids fucked up vision on purpose.
No, it's not on purpose, but the standards of beauty are different for a man versus a young girl.
What? Bro.
If I have an afro, nobody
Pam Grier got more dick than anybody, and everybody wanted Pam Grier. And Pam Grier had regular black girl hair. Right now, niggas are still trying to fuck with Tito Luongo, and she ain't got no weave.
Facts. Tommy
not lying. Excuse that girls gotta have weave. It's niggas like you who make it to where little girls out here fucking and sucking dick for stupid shit. Stop saying they gotta walk around with weave. No, they don't.
In no universe does every haircut look good on every head.
No, the point is, we look.
And that's a fact. I'm right. You know I'm right on that one.
Sir, sheep have different wool than a cat. Okay. If you took a sheep's wool and stuck it on a cat right now, you laugh.
Yes.
It's not native to them. Okay. Just like black women's fat ass. At first it was a problem, but we had no problem with it because we were used to seeing black women with fat asses.
True.
Okay. Jesus, why don't y'all understand this? If it's normal to you, if it's native to you, why would you make yourself feel horrible about what you naturally have?
Now, feeling bad is different than wanting to change it. You don't have to feel bad about yourself to want to style yourself different.
Right.
Yeah, but these girls are.
Oh God.
Well, not all of them have low self-esteem.
But if you want to spend money,
let's be real. These girls are spending like $5,000.
If you are 8 years old and you're crying because you don't have a weed, that is low self-esteem.
Yes, if you're an 8-year-old girl.
That's where they're getting it. They're not waiting until they're 20 to do this shit. You're not seeing a bitch just a 30-year-old just started wearing weed today, guys.
Okay.
They're wearing it as children. Their mothers don't even know how to do their hair. I fucked a fine bitch the other day. Motherfucker was bad as shit. You know this bitch said, I never know how to do my hair. My mom fucked up my hair when I was 6 years old. Put a perm in it.
Whoa.
Okay.
She got kids. She got kids and don't know how to do their hair. She just sticks it in their hair too. Most girls would tell you after the big chop, they don't know what to even do with their own hair because they've never done it and their mother never did it.
Yep.
And Tommy, they'll call it a protected style.
Yep. All that bullshit.
Hold on. I gotta pause this. Did it pause? I think it paused. My microphone is working. I hope there wasn't a double echo. No, there wasn't. I heard it. It was no double echo. Shit. Well, listen, folks. I'm here. I'm awake. I'm not on camera right now because, well, I don't feel like being on camera. But I have been to the Louvre. I have seen the jewels. Okay. I got some pictures. I was trying to look for them, but I went to France like 7 years ago. So here go. Here go the brazen robbery that went down. Let's see what we can.
Why waste another summer not loving your body?
Under fair use and copyright, I just want to make sure we are all being aware of the information and things that are passing around that are going on in the world right now. A lot of y'all are not French. Nor have you been to France, Francois? So watching this is crazy. Hold on one second. $60 million. So yeah, so they left with that's crazy. Oh yeah. I was outside smoking, so I just slapped. Hold on. Yeah. So I was outside smoking, but I found a little clip of Tommy throwing Kevin Samuels under the bus, and I felt I needed to share that for the manosphere. I might have to just do a show and let that play for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my avatar. I was called the Snake. You feel me? I was called the Snake. Well, if I'm a snake, I'm eating pregnant parrots. That's how that shit works. You feel me? You feel me? But yeah, that was Tommy. So yeah, they robbed the Louvre, man. Can I go to it? May just posted some pictures too. I got some of the same exact pictures. I took some really good panoramic pictures. But May posted some fly ass pictures. Let me see if I can go find that. Cool. Haven Bullets is still stalking Tariq Nasheed. Boy, that is manly. That is very manly. I get it. I get a lot of people don't like Tariq. No, I understand, but shit, I'm not stalking that nigga podcast. That's why I can't find posts when I'm on this shit. Where's May's channel? I can't stalk people like that, bro. I really can't. I don't know how y'all do it. I get it. Like, I can't stalk a single person. I need to like be on my grind and watch every fucking body because everybody be on some bullshit. Big J, Reese Waters, Tariq, New York. There we go. Made the Alchemist. Boom. All right, where to post that? Because May was showing that shit. There it goes. Shout out to May. I'm gonna start reposting my Paris videos and pictures. I found them all. Here we go. May is very pretty. Look at the jewels. Yeah, folks. Can I make these bigger? I cannot. Oh, actually, I can. What is it? Control plus. Bam. All right, there we go. Look at the jewel. Y'all don't understand. I've been to this shit. These shits is locked behind some glass. I guess the glass wasn't that good. Look at the pearls that they pulled. Look at the pearls in the crown right there. Okay, I seen this one. There's a necklace that matches this. These are crowns of princesses, I believe. These are straight up diamonds, straight from Africa, baby. Now this ceiling right here is beautiful. If you've never been here, I think that's real gold on the walls. Man, you should have got the panoramic view. I got the entire ceiling in one picture. I got the entire ceiling in one picture, mate. That was when iPhones first had that panoramic joint. Yeah, they found one of the crowns on the sidewalk. They were speeding, I guess. Speeding. Drop that mode. Yeah, I was listening to the whole story. As soon as they said, oh, the Louvre got robbed, I said, yeah. I'm shocked that shit hasn't been robbed earlier than that, okay? You're not getting them from the African section. It's going to be very hard to get the Mona Lisa because, first off, the Mona Lisa is behind glass. Don't even think it's the real one. And then you got like a parameter of like 10, 15 feet to even see the Mona Lisa, right? The coolest part is when you go to France, there's like people that be inside the Louvre and they be like recreating the paintings that are in there. I got pictures of that shit too. I'm gonna go now, man. You got me excited. I'm finna go drop all my pictures from France inside the Louvre because that was actually a fun ass day. I did post some of my international videos because we got somebody who claims to be Mr. Lord International, but he ain't got pictures like this. He ain't got no swag like this. But let me see what I can do right here. Yep, I'm gonna copy that. Is that copied? Copy, motherfucker. All right. Copy, boom, get that off. Look at that 10 comments. Comment section ain't even open over here. Here we go. Because, well, you blessed me with the conversation. So let me bless you because I know you got experience in this. Lord International is a funky tether. Funky tether. And you know what? He wears the same shirts every 2 to 3 days. Y'all niggas need to go watch that. Go watch his page. Matter of fact, you don't even gotta watch his page. Just scroll through and look at the pictures. It's the same shirts, bro. That's why I'm on a mission. Every day I go live and I'm walking down the street, I'm gonna be wearing a different shirt. Y'all niggas not gonna see me in the same shirt on YouTube for a month. You feel me? I'm not even gonna go into the suits. But for a month, I will not wear the same shirt while I do my morning walk broadcast. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You know why? Because I take care of myself. And my lady likes that. I got some new cologne coming in soon. Because, I don't know, shorty and her fragrances be overpowering my shit. So now I got to get a fragrance that overpowers hers because I got to be the best smelling nigga in the room. I don't know. It's the New York in me. It's the swag's always got to be on fleek. But look, they robbed the Loop, man. Thank you for this picture right here. They don't even understand the beauty of the room that you walked in because that room is filled with nothing but diamonds and jewels. But I don't think that's the room that they robbed because that room that you showing a picture of is in the center of the castle. Whatever they robbed was on the outside, which made it easier. So like you need to look at the Louvre from like a satellite view. They needed to be like by the street, which is kind of like, I want to say one of the entrances to the Louvre, maybe the one on the western end. I'm guessing that's where they got it from because once you go up there, you go through the beginning, you see, once you go to the Louvre and you're underneath that pyramid shit, you got that big old white dude sucking on a titty in a statue. And then you start walking around it. So once you make the left, boom, which is going west, you're going to head towards, I think, which is that wall where they robbed those jewels from. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to look at it again and then see where the robbery took place from. But yeah, it's not hard to rob the Louvre. It's not. If you got the right equipment, it's relatively fast. They were in and out in 7 minutes, I believe. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. She said, "I pleasure cussing out them white boys." Yeah, them white boys. They fugazi. But look, the link is dropped, folks. You want to talk about the Louvre, or if you want me to go play this Tommy talking about Kevin Samuels, I can do that. I can definitely do that. Let's see.
shit. Yeah.
But who? I have to ask, who they protecting it from? No, Robert? What are they protecting
The
it
wind.
from? They protecting
The wind.
the wind?
The wind and the
Who
sun.
they protecting it from?
They protecting it from everybody else's eyes.
I mean,
I'd like to chime in really quickly, gentlemen.
okay.
Can you guys hear me?
It's nuts.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
You guys can hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Charles. You guys know my name. Well, my screen name.
It is. I think on behalf of Big J, I might need to just.
Y'all are savage.
You funny for hey.
This was during the fall of Tommy. And really, I hope Femi catches this clip right here. Hey, Femi, you're talking about Taz. Taz failed a bunch of people when he got down and got mad at Shahrazad Ali for being on mediocre tutorial and reviews. He called it all the B words that he could find in his every version of B word he could find. He called her. So I don't know. What kind of idiots listen to Tommy? Oh shit. Well, well, continue playing the tape. Shit. There you go. Motherfucker said his name. He's Charles.
No, but no. Hey, all jokes aside, though, listen. I watch Kevin Samuels, I watch Donovan Sharp, I watch O'Shea, I watch Coach Greg Adams, all that. So everything you've said to a degree, I agree, especially with Donovan Sharp. I've had some kind of like unsettling feelings about his content lately. So I've actually had the balls to actually hit him up on his DM. And I called his ass out on a couple things, especially his show going left. He's on some, I don't know, alpha, whatever dumb shit he's trying to accomplish.
He's gotten. I've only watched a little bit since they told me that he was taking my shit.
No, hey, look how
stuck up he's got within a short amount of time.
Okay, I hear you. And listen, I started peeping game at what he was kind of not like doing through actually O'Shea, and I know they had a little conflict with how they go about the business, and they've never really got along. They've had a lot of fallouts, and even recently, I've seen some content creators kind of get into kind of a disagreement with him. So I'm not gonna this is not me representing any content creator. I follow a lot of people, so I'm all over the globe. Yes, I do follow Kevin Samuels as well. Part of the reason why I understand Kevin Samuels is because he kind of has this. I don't know you, Tommy, as well. So I'm just talking about from a one-sided point of view. When I watch Kevin Samuels, I think some gentleman in this chat room actually said it. He's not the type to really come at you unless it's necessary. Like he has the same formula. I don't know if he copied it from you.
No, what?
Doesn't even matter.
Hold up. I'm gonna need everybody to come back now. Everybody needs to come back to the show because we can't have a show speaking about the Louvre in France, but I have Tommy playing in the background. I think I need to have a Manosphere show. And in the Manosphere show, I think we need to have you people come up and talk about this shit. We need to talk about this shit. We need to talk about what happened to the Manosphere. What made it crash? We turn these brethren into conservative white man dick lickers. I don't know, but we need to discuss. We need to explain what for go on. Blood clot. Hold on, man. Let me find something real quick and we'll be right back. I'm gonna have to play something, and then we'll come back. We'll come back and listen to this. You feel me now? You hear me now? Hold on, them. Hold on, brothers.
Every street, we all got it. They can't stop me from getting where I need to be. Early morning corner, I get set when it needs to be so. This is the life I live. I gotta hustle, yeah.
Let's talk about wise men, supply and demand. No hand in hand, so it's keep the work stash. If you get hot, you gotta get low. If you wanna make bread, then you gotta get dough. Respect is a big part, you get what you earn. Make through situations you live in, you learn. Get your clip, then I burn. Keep your instant on deck, don't trust niggas' words. Fake ass pictures, throwing bitch nigga curves. Go against the grain, what you get, you deserve. You soar with the eagles or fly with the birds. First I cop it, cook it up, whip it soft, and hit the strip all day till I get it off. It's a struggle, but it's better to fight. I'm on the road to success, not an exit in sight. Feel me?
Every street, we all got it. Baby, early morning corner, I get said it when needs to be so. This is the life I live. I gotta hustle.
Listen.
Yeah.
Open eyes, hit streets before the sunrise. Jump out, boys are circling where your funds rise. They beast can scrap. I saw the van mad times. Makes you wonder where they circle when your man died. Loyalty and honor takes you to your wonder years. And if you're making it, to throw your glasses in the air like music. I ain't rapping here. Take the long way to the shortcuts to track. They sitting there watching, scheming while you watching back. You want a wall in your pockets. What the fuck is with that? These faggots want breaks, but they settle for crap. Just for the dudes locked, fighting the charge. Candy shops that got rushed while they was cooling the bars. Selling watches and boxes, still reaching for stars. To all my niggas, yo, I love you with all of my heart. Feel me?
Every street, we all got it. They can't stop me from getting where I need to be. Early morning corner, I get said it when needs to be so. This is the life I live. I gotta hustle. Yeah.
Finish. And it never really, it's never really, like I said, I don't know you enough. So maybe he's shocking your style. I'm just
so that's why I was giving you the answer, though. So when I say, no, he's doing this on his own, it's a smart move.
I'm talking about, I fuck with you. I fuck with you.
No, I'm giving you the answer so you don't have to say, I don't know. The answer was simple. This is calculated on his behalf, and he didn't get that from me because one of the problems I have is that I'm not calculated on a lot of things. I just fly by the seat.
I respect that. I respect you just said that, brother.
I've never told the truth. I don't take things from people that they deserve. That's why you don't hear me talking about the number of people watching him or shit like that. No, I don't. You don't hear me trying to get people to flag him or any shit like that. But he called for people to flag me.
Okay, see. Okay, look. Now, if that's the point, if that's the case, then he's a fuck nigga for that shit because that's not right.
Called people to flag me.
Wait. If you're gonna cop somebody's like an almost entire like, I guess, way of going about things, then at some point you can't be trying to kill the person that fed you. You know what I'm saying?
That's my point.
If he put you on game, because to be honest with you, it was his own self-marketing to a degree, whether he did it appropriately or not. Through whoever.
No, this is his own marketing, but I put him up on game because he was listen, if I watched you and you do workout videos, and I was fat when I first started watching you, and I was talking about, yeah, bro, I love watching you. Now you see I'm all in shape and shit, but I got a better marketing machine and camera than you. You still gonna point it out that I was fat when I met you, right?
Yeah. I hear you, but what I'm saying what Kevin does is he has a sequence. There's not a real lot of change as far as marriage. Look, he has 2 failed marriages. That does count against him. But the overall view isn't to have the happy ending. The goal is to get to that point of marriage, which a lot of black women hate to say they want that. They can act independent.
Making videos with my name in it, talking shit about me, flag them.
That's cool.
Who do you think he was talking about? Because he never asked me before I made my video.
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy,
He
they
does
don't
do
give
that.
you your credit, man. That's why you deserve your
Yeah,
flowers,
look, I'm
man,
just
because you
making
do
shit
help
up.
out.
Nobody don't give you your credit either.
He does
I
do
mean,
that.
I don't
Kevin
make
does do
it
that.
out. I
Kevin
stood up
does
and I
do
put it
that.
out. I said, hold on a minute. He had never asked people, never put up a post saying, go flag another motherfucker.
I've never seen that post.
Oh,
I can't say I did.
Go do it Instagram right now. You go
Tommy
see
never
it.
told
And
nobody to flag nobody's
it was
channel.
the next day. It was the next day after I made my video, and people went over there and started going to his show, his live show, and pointing out that wait. Well, Tommy said this. Is this true? Tommy showed this. Is this true? He then shut the comment section down and put up that post.
The only thing I want from Tommy is some of his humility. It's so refreshing.
Right. No, hey.
Come on, y'all.
Kevin
Come on, y'all.
You don't understand. Tommy's a humble dude.
Thank you.
Tommy's a humble dude.
Hammer, can you not say I'm not Hammer? I'm over here on your show. I've been on this show who have one person. That is nothing but humility.
Yeah, because
you may not like Long. Because Kevin won't talk to y'all. How about that?
That's
He doesn't talk to males.
Support small YouTube platforms, Tommy.
Hold up. One thing I will say is this, right? I don't really see Kevin Samuels going to like lower channels in the manosphere for the most part.
No, he does. He does.
Oh, not maybe in the past, but recently.
No, he does too. Jessica X.
Nah.
You don't do your homework.
No, that shit is not
Tommy go to all smaller platforms.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
Kevin has Jessica X's thing, the Lapeef show.
Yeah.
He has channels he goes
but
to.
those are, bro.
Shout out Weapon X.
Those are all major channels. I'm talking about just
Jessica X is a major.
Hammer, he been to my channel. Let's put it like that.
Oh, really? Okay. But here's the thing.
But
But that was before Kevin Samuels blew up, though.
No,
That's
even
after.
Shout out Sway Celeste.
Yeah,
That's after. He's
Wait. How long has Kevin? Let me ask you this. How long has Kevin been big?
I think since like last
year.
Right?
Last year. Since last year. Tommy. Last year. That's what he got popping.
There's your answer.
Well,
a year ago.
My channel this year. So
there's your answer.
He's been on my channel this year. If the question is,
no, I just said he's been big for a whole year.
Yeah.
So if the question is, if he goes to smaller channels,
somebody said it took Tommy 10 years to come to small channels. Who believes that? Gotti will tell you. I've been on everybody. Not only do I go to small channels, listen to me. Hold on. I will say this, game changer, and this is one thing I know you can't say. Not only do I go to small channels, but I go to anybody who has a beef with me. So it can be a small channel who's trying to grow off me, and all they do is talking shit. I show up there. I showed up here.
Tommy created sectors, and he created sectors in YouTube. Sector man can pretty much.
There's a reason why manosphere quote unquote isn't working out as much because a lot of people are stealing each other's stuff, or they're not calling each other out, or they're horseshit, or they're not giving credit to people when it's due. I see that a lot. So I'm not even saying much. I already know what's happening. That's why I watch certain topics, and I don't really engage in the conversations and comment sections. I just watch the film and I just visualize and see what's up.
You got to engage.
So, think about it. This show right now, look at the title.
That's all I do at this point because I know they buck each other's style. It's probably.
Well, think about it. The title.
It's more. It's like one of those like.
Okay, Ali, you gotta let Tommy talk, bro. You can't just say.
Yeah, I don't think you speak.
What you mean?
I don't think his speakers work. But I was saying, the title of this show says Dr. Umar Johnson calls out Kevin Samuels. Yeah. Tommy Sotomayor is still jealous. Hence, I showed up, and I've done this from day one. The reason I started doing it. Yeah, anybody who knows how I started knows that my ethers came from people who were making videos talking shit about me, but they would never talk to me. So I just started ethering them. I address everyone. As a matter of fact, I'd rather address people who disagree with me than agree with me, and that's where Kevin is smarter than me. He only goes around places where you're going to get softball questions and people who just show him love. I don't like being around dick riders and dick suckers and whatever y'all want to call the people who do this. I don't like being around people who agree with me because I can't learn, I can't grow. That's why me am different than Kevin, who's just taking notes from someone else. What y'all hear me say is something you can put me anywhere and get the same Tommy. I'm like a McDonald's franchise. No matter where you go, you're gonna get the same Big Mac. This is what you're gonna get. Because that's why you go to these places, because you want it to feel familiar and you want it to feel at home. When you go somewhere with me, no matter who show you go to, you're gonna get the talking points, you're gonna get me bringing up things, and it's just not I'm reading from somewhere else. You can ask me a question about anything, and I can give you an on-the-spot answer. If you watch when Kevin was on the show with what's his name, Joe Budden?
Yeah, Joe Budden, yeah.
Watch him in that video. Did he seem as confident as he seems on his show? No. As a matter of fact, the other dude had to explain his points better than he could. Why? Why do you think so many of these men only go to areas where they can thrive? Me, where do I go? I go to the place right. I didn't know if you're gonna talk about call me Mr. Crispy, say I got kids, I didn't know if you're gonna do any of that. I showed up anyway. I show up to anybody that's got a beat. And I even just said in this show, I will go live after this to let anybody come.
Y'all go.
I'll be there.
Okay.
All right, but Tommy, hold on. Tommy, real question. You got to rate yourself 1 to 10, but you can't use 7.
Come on,
7. Answer the question.
You gotta listen. I heard y'all saying earlier. That's why I wanted to call in right there. I was like, "What? Okay, are they hating when they said that Kevin Samuels ain't no 9?
You mean when Sean said
Is they
that?
hating?
I care less.
No, because 5 or 6 ain't that bad.
No, I'm saying, are you hating? If Kevin called himself a 9 and you said no, he ain't, is that hating? Because you ain't no bitch unless you wait a minute. Unless you trying to fuck Kevin, how are you judging him?
Off the global scales, 8 billion people on planet Earth.
Once you cross 35
niggas that look like The Rock
old,
that walk around here, like me.
Listen, let me tell you something. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. If y'all listen to Kevin, it's fake. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to. Break down the shit he said. It's fake. Even y'all watch that picture of him in that red Delta shirt sitting in the audience. This nigga was by himself. Look at the picture.
I do think
by himself.
Wait, did you say Delta?
Hey, Tommy, I think Kevin gonna switch it up when he get mainstream.
Listen, only niggas who've been to college caught the joke. Only niggas who've been to college caught the joke. That's why I can tell a lot of niggas ain't been to college. That's when I said it. Nobody.
Fraternity.
Fraternity, sir.
Stop listening.
I don't care.
All right, guys, sort of.
This man gotta go to work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, Tommy, I very appreciate it for clearing things up. Thank you for coming. Guys, Tommy, put your link in the chat.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision.
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms supply. Capital One NA member FDIC.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the name your price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need to.
That's funny that the shit recorded. It's funny that the shit recorded a commercial. Woo! You didn't know that Kevin died in some punani? Oh, this is that was. So if you look up, you scroll up, you see my old name and my old channel, right? That's probably one of my biggest channels. After the YouTube purge, it dropped me down to like 600 people, but that shit had almost 1,000. I was at like 996 before somebody flagged the channel down. But I always keep my archives. I actually have another one in here. A canceled Kevin Samuels archive. Let's listen to that. Let's tune in, folks. Because I was smoking my blunt outside. So if somebody hit the link, I didn't see it.
Welcome to the Game Changer 00100 show. I'm your host, Game Changer.
Yeah, boy. I'll be having it. Oh, we on Tommy. I gotta change the name, folks. I gotta change the name of the show. I gotta
Give me a second.
change the name. You inspired the Louvre, but
all right, there we go.
These Tommy Sotomayor archives will never stop. So here we have Game Changer. Basically,
all right, there we go. Back to
what was this video titled? So that everybody knows what we're listening to. Hold on, let me pause.
I'm gonna make this quick. This comes courtesy of Chantel Simone.
Boom. Okay, let's not talk over the changer right now. Let me get y'all the information that you need, because I can give you when this was posted. All right, so the video you were just listening to was May of 2021. In fact, May 10th, 2021, right? This one is April 30th. That's my ex-girlfriend's birthday. Salute to her. I got some of her music in here too. But yeah, this one I'm playing right now is from April 30th, 2021. And this is right before what you just heard. So this is a Game Changer interview. And it's called, or show is called Cancel Kevin Samuels. Where is Femi when you need her? Because she's gonna love these audio clips that I'm about to play. Because trust me, like I fucked with what some of Kevin Samuels had to say, right? I fucked with some of that shit, the marriage, the structure, the relationship, and all that other shit. But it was some of that sassy, like, I like thick girls and shit. You feel me? Like I'm not ordering you the salad if you don't want it. Now, my shorty today is I'm gonna say she's like 180. Nah, yeah, because we bought the scale. She weighs a good amount more than me, but you couldn't tell at all because she goes to the motherfucking gym. Okay, called yesterday. She like, I'm at the gym. I'm like, I'll call you back, nigga. I don't go to the gym as much as her, but that's where I'm at in my situation. So I'm not gonna ask a girl her size and waist and all that. I'm gonna ask, what can I buy you? Or, what am I allowed to purchase because I want to see on you? But, I don't know what he was, and I don't care. I'm going to be honest. I don't care. You know what my problem is, man? All the women that called up to argue with this nigga. What were we trying to prove? And they were dusty. What were they trying to prove? All right, you know what? Let's go to the videotapes.
Seen a video of hers this morning.
I don't want to keep
she covered this chick that said cancel Kevin Samuels. And I was like, this is too funny. I have to follow up on it. So that's what I did. Shout out to Deacon Dave for the super sticker. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you a lot. Thanks a lot. Also being a channel member. All right. So is this clickbait? I don't know. The title is like similar to the title that she gave. So I just kind of really just piggyback off of Chantel Simone. Yeah. Y'all check her out, subscribe, very good pick me style woman. All right. So let's get into it. Now, let me first start off by showing you the picture of the chick who is talking. Melody, I appreciate the super sticker. Hold on. All right. And now, just so you know, I just froze the picture at a random part. This isn't me trying to, make her look a certain type of way or anything like that. This is her random part.
Oh no, it's a known fact that Kevin Samuels died of some pussy. Hold on, y'all didn't know Kevin Samuels. It's a known fact that Kevin Samuels died of some pussy. Everybody got mad because he was in non-black Punani, right? And had a heart attack, and she was a nurse and didn't know the address or whatever it was where she was at when she was, fucking him to death. Kevin Samuels was getting it in the box. He probably was riding in a little Latina girl was getting him. And he was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? When you want some good, it's good. So when the Lord feels to take you at that time, that was a blessing. I don't care about what none of y'all say. I know some of y'all happy he died. I'm happy he died in pussy. Just keeping it 100. know about the rest of y'all. That's how I feel about the situation. Y'all could say he was sassy, he had kitten heels, he was moist, he was effeminate, but the nigga died in pussy. So he got the W in the end. And yeah, everybody send your prayers and your health condolences. My man Big J is going around. You know, Star just got over pneumonia. He came back a few nights ago. I don't know. I was in some pussy, so I didn't find out until I got, home and shit. But salute to everybody. Fight these diseases, sicknesses, these things. Make sure you get your orange juice and all that other stuff inside you. Your vitamins. You gotta say it like you in Europe. You gotta get your vitamins inside you. Okay, make sure you have your vitamins. Either way, Kevin Samuels died in pussy, man. I'm shocked. Y'all don't know this. This is common knowledge. Just common knowledge. Kevin Samuels died in pussy. I need y'all to remember that. Take that with you. Understand, as much as y'all hated the nigga and his suits, he died bucket naked in the vagina of a Spanish woman. There you go.
And I'll do a couple other random frames, so it doesn't seem like I'm trying to get her on a weird expression or anything. So this is her. That's how she dressed, and yeah. And everything in between. Like that's how that's going. Okay, get it, got it, good. Thanks a lot for the super sticker, Melody. All right, and I already said thanks for being a channel member. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so basically she wants to cancel Kevin Samuels, and really they're leveraging this quote unquote cancel power as much as they can. And it gets the attention of the corporate America types. It actually have them shaking in their boots because, like Coca-Cola, and they don't want people to start canceling Coca-Cola. Like they'll see their bottom line kind of go down. And they think short term because people day trade and stuff like that. So I get why they're doing it because they see how effective it is in certain things. But you're not going to cancel Kevin Samuels, sweetie. You're just not. All right. However, let's listen to the attempt because you know how I like to dig into the psyche of the behavior of certain types of people. All right. So share screen. Let's get the fish tank going. Number 16. Thank you very much. Trying to cancel Kevin Samuels when your hairline has already been a long time ago. Oh, you are too cold, too cold. Thank you for being a channel member. But that was just too cold, number 16. That was just too cold. All right. You're already in the fish tank, so no need to add you there. Actually, I'm gonna do some more programming so I can make it bigger when you're in there. But yeah, there you go in the corner there. All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Let's see what her trouble is. What her trouble is.
I think that we should cancel Kevin Samuels. He is very triggering for a lot of us women.
She said it with a little cry. She said it with a little cry. He is very triggering for us women. He's triggering. He triggers me. What is it with people nowadays in the unwillingness to be triggered? I want you to watch the movie Full Metal Jacket and see what triggering is. Like, that is triggering. That is somebody being triggered. Like grow up. Ken said, GC is the funniest person in the manosphere. I greatly appreciate that compliment. Thanks a lot, brother. All right. He's triggering. And then she stops it and goes to another thing. Like, she stops to have a quick cry about it. But let's continue.
A lot of us have been through a lot. And we do not need to hear any of his negativity.
Yes, you do.
If he's telling, especially if you're asking how to get a certain type of man, and he's telling you, lose the weight, lose the attitude, fix the sandwich, and learn how to make a meringue pie, then you need to hear that. I gotta taste, peach cobbler. Learn how to make a peach cobbler. Then you need to hear it. Damn it. Make me a peach cobbler with extra cinnamon. Shout out to Dallas Cowboy. I appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
He makes women feel less than.
Now, less than what? See, that's the thing. When you say that you are less than, like in mathematics, if you were to say X is less than, it's got to be something on the opposite end of that. There's got to be something that the alligator mouth is pointing to. Like if you were to say 2 is less than 3, then it's less than that thing. So what is he saying that you're less than? And here's the thing that you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear what's on the opposite end of the less than. Because he's not saying that you less, well, first of all, you're taking it as you're less than you think you are, which is true. But what he means to say is that you are less than women who are better than you. And what do I mean by better? I mean better at getting me a sandwich. I mean better at making, somebody said apple pie, making an apple pie. Just bake goods. Just bake. I don't care. You better put your ass in the kitchen and put some flour in your face. Put splotches of flour on your face. That's what I want to see. I want to see naked, apron, pregnant, barefoot, flour on face. And I want to hear the washing machine when I get home. I want to hear it. I want to hear the washing machine. And I want to smell something. I want to smell a surprise. That's what I want. I want to smell a surprise. I want to smell something coming out the oven. And I'm not talking about meat. I'm not talking about baked food. That should already be done. I want to smell the smells of dessert. Dinner should be ready, and I want to smell dessert being ready. So by the time I finish eating, the dessert is prepared. The dessert is nice and warm. Or if it's peach cobbler from yesterday, then warm it up. Put the oven, don't microwave it, put the oven on simmer until the job is done through the duration of eating. See, that's what I mean when I say better. The women who do that is better than you. And until you put on an apron and take off your shoes and get a sperm to your egg, you are worse. You are worse.
Especially women who have children and women who are over 20 years old.
Yes, younger, childless is better. It makes me feel like less than. Yes, every year that goes by, you're less than you were the year before. You're less than. You are. Okay, this is a new one. Coach Ali Corner. Let me put you in the fish tank, and then let me read this for you. All right, hold on. All right. Let's see. Okay, and you are in the tank. I'll see if I can see if I can find you later. But check out the tank and tell me what color you are. All right. So coming with that Friday smoke. Glad to see you on, GC. I appreciate what you do. Thank you. I appreciate your support, brother. Appreciate it. All right. So all right, let me get back to it. But yeah, she's saying that, especially the women who have children and are, listen, ladies, each and every single time you blow out candles, you are blowing out a piece of your worth. And guess what? It happens whether you blow the candles out or not. It happens whether you blow the candles out or not. You don't have to celebrate your birthday. Your ass is still older. Each and every single year that goes by is you being less than you was a year before. You are an athlete. You are an athlete. Every single woman is an athlete. They're born with the same burdens of being an athlete. Okay? Ask Mike Tyson. Each and every single year that went by, he is. I'm not going to say this to his face, and I hope you're not listening. But each and every single year that went by, he was less than he was the year before. He went from 19 to 20, and each and every single year was less than. Every woman is an athlete. Deal with it. I'm triggered. Like I said, I wouldn't trigger Mike Tyson to his face. But anyway, let me continue.
Your value is not lessened because
Your value is lessened because of time, gravity, and children. And vagina stretchings.
tells you it is. Do not listen to anything that he has to say. Kevin Samuels is very verbally abusive to women. And I'm saying this because of the way that he speaks about women.
Is there another reason why you would say that? I'm saying this because of the way he speaks about women. He's verbally abusive to women because of the things he say about women. That's obvious. Now we know the intellect of the person we're dealing with. I gotta leave at 1 my time, so maybe I could stretch it to 1:15, but I got an appointment, But yeah, hold on.
He tells women that they don't have a choice in whether they should have sex or not with a man because they have had children.
He never said that. He never said that you don't have choice. Like you could just go up to a chick with kids and say, hey, I think you need to take this penis. Well, you have kids, don't you? You have forfeited your right to say no the moment you got pregnant by somebody else. He doesn't talk like that. That's just ridiculous. What he's saying is you have fewer options, but this is how she describes fewer options. Thanks for being a channel member, Cool Kamikaze. This is how she describes fewer options. She describes fewer options as not having a choice and having sex. She feels that women have the right to choose to be able to sleep with whoever they want. What if a man was to say some crap like that? And y'all think I'm exaggerating. I want y'all to listen further. Y'all think I'm exaggerating. All right. There's another one for the fish tank. All right, let me put you in there. Where's Coach at? Let me see. This thing should have connected by now. I don't see him. All right. Hold on. Let me put this brother in the fish tank. If somebody see Coach Ali's corner, let me know. Let me know. All right. So I'm about to add see that. All right. And do that. Okay, so you should be in as well. All right, see Anthony Johnson, you should be in as well. Let me know if you don't find it after a while. That means I'll just have to re-input it. All right. But yeah, they think that they feel entitled to your penis. But most importantly, they feel entitled to mine. They think that they could go around saying that I deserve to sleep with this penis. And anything outside of stating that is triggering. You trigger me. You trigger me because you're saying that some penis is off limits. Just because I had a baby and I'm old, you're telling me that I can't do whatever I want and then still get to sleep with any penis that I want? Yes. Yes, that's exactly what we are telling you. That is exactly what he's telling you. And you want to know what? You want to hear it from him and not life. Now we have an abnormally high amount of thirsty dudes in the black community, granted. But one of these days, ladies, you're gonna walk up to that guy, you're gonna offer him some penis, and or you're gonna ask for his penis, and he's gonna tell you no, and it's going to hit you like a ton of penises. It's gonna hit you like a ton of peni. That first time that PYT gets rid of the Y, and she just turns into a pretty thing, it's going to hit you like a ton of penises. Listen. There's a scene on the movie I Think I Love My Wife, right? Where Kerry Washington, fine Kerry Washington, said she was standing at the club. She was talking to a guy, just some guy. He was all into her. And then some 22-year-old walked by, and he said, "Oh, wait a minute, I gotta go." And then she realized that, oh crap, I'm the old chick in the club. I am the old chick in the club. I'm 32 years old. I'm the old chick in the club. It's better to learn sooner than later. And she's like, oh, it's triggering. It's triggering. Better triggering than a ton of penises. That's 2,000 pounds of penis. Hold on, the gold. All right. All right. So that gets the big one. What is that? A 5? Yeah, that's a 5.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I think I understand what you're saying, May. I gotta be honest with you. I'm being a nigga right now. It's my day off. So I'm playing this, right? But I'm outside smoking. I just walked back inside. Like I turned it on. That's why the other face was there. I turned it on. But I'm being a nigga right now, and I'm outside smoking the blunt, and I'm just gonna let this shit play and ride. I want y'all to hear what it is. I want the chat room to eat right now. You feel me? I need the chat room to eat. I need to figure out a way to post the chat room. That's what I need, because the chat room, I need the chat room to eat. I need the chat room to cook. I ain't got nothing to say. I don't think or talk or walk like this. I'm entertained by it. I'm thoroughly entertained by these niggas and how they speak, okay? Because their imagination is wonderful. But they talking to the internet. They talking to me and you. I'm on the phone texting my chick right now. Okay? I'm texting Shorty, talking about all kind of nasty, freaky, wild shit that I want to do to her while listening to this. Because, well, I got a chick to talk to like that. What do you want me to do? But I know that these go handle your business. I know that these videos and these archives are something that a lot of y'all haven't heard. And if you did hear it, it was fucking 5 years ago. So I got you. Like, let's listen to these archives, rock out, go to the store, throw your Bluetooth in your ear, and just listen to these tapes. I might whip out more. I got all my memory cards, and I really can go whip out and pull out the hard drive and just really dig in these crates. And y'all can listen to all this manosphere kerfluffle. Okay, you can listen to the confusion that is the manosphere while they're arguing online. I'm getting head in the kitchen. I am not fucking with these niggas right now. I am not on that level. But I think y'all should hear what's going on. I think you should hear the commentary. I think you should hear the discussions. I think you should hear how they see things, how they view things, and maybe you can help them in the future. I can't. There's nothing I can do. If they're not taking the game and they're not winning the game, they're gonna lose. They always gonna be on the bench. They always gonna be the substitution for the Pookie, Ray Ray, and Tyrone. For the May came up here and said some shit the other day about the white girls that you should sneak niggas in. They're gonna always be the substitution for that real dick. But let's go back to listening to this shit.
All right, so the Gold Eagle, because you did the big one, yours is right here. Yours is easy to see with the with the pink and yellow, the pink with the yellow pink and the green fins, that is you. And it's just gonna take some time to form, but yours is gonna dominate the whole fish tank because you sent the big bucks. So appreciate you. Thanks, Gold Eagle. It says somebody match that support your brother, Game Changer. Yes, please. Thank you much. You know, feed the fish. I'm gonna add to this program a lot. I'm really gonna do a lot with this. I'm gonna have so when you send a Cash App, it automatically feeds the fish, and big fish eat little fish, all kind of stuff. Y'all see, you know. But hey, what can an educated lame do, right? Anyway, let us continue.
He rates women disrespectfully.
Is there a respectful way to rate women? Yes, telling them what they want to hear is the respectful way to rate women. He disrespectfully rate women. No, he gives his honest assessment that they asked for. Unless you call each and every single woman a 10, it's disrespectful.
Does not value women. Everything that he talks about.
Stop right there. I gotta stop doing it. It's like every 2 seconds she pissed me off, but I gotta stop doing that because I gotta go. But so basically he's disrespectful just by rating them. Wait, no, she said something else that triggered me. I'm sorry, I got caught up in the fish. Let me go back a couple seconds.
Everything that he talks about is his own opinion.
Everything everybody ever talks about without numbers in it is their opinion. Christmas is my favorite holiday. That's your opinion. Everything everybody says without numbers in it is their opinion. I like eggs. That's your opinion. Chocolate is great. That's your opinion. Everything. Why do simple people try to devalue something that people say by calling it their opinion? They know it's their opinion. That's why they have it. That's why they have that opinion. They know. You're an idiot. That's my opinion. Jesus.
On top of that, he has people who are following him that are like-minded and agree with everything that he says.
Then it becomes less of an opinion now, doesn't it? Like the more people that agree with it, the less of an opinion. Just like if like thousands of people say, you know something, you're ugly. It becomes less of an opinion now and just more of a universally accepted truth. But she don't want that to be universally accepted. Okay, take a look at the tank right quick. So you see where the fish are forming to spell golden, gold eagle. So it's missing a letter, but you know, so the fish, so you still got a couple of stray fish, but the fish are forming to spell out gold eagle. That's how that works. That's what happens when you get in the tank. All right. So speaking of which, let me put Smargo in there. All right. Thanks a lot, brother. Smargo, hold on. Let me read this. All right. And there we go. That's a small one, but appreciate it nonetheless. All right. Smargo, let me know if you could find yourself. It's a smaller fish, but let me know if you could find yourself inside the tank. I greatly appreciate it. And you say, if you say all Black women with kids are queens, that's a fact to them. Yeah, exactly. But everything else is an opinion.
Just because someone has an opinion, that does not mean it's a fact. I feel like
it doesn't mean it's not a fact. It doesn't mean it's not a fact either. That's what an opinion is.
It is time to cancel Kevin Samuels. We all need to stop listening to him.
Shout out to Chantel Simone. She's in the chat room. Salute to her. Thank you for breaking this story. I greatly appreciate you, love. Thanks a lot. All right. Yeah, she broke this story, and I had to. This is just me double downing on her research and diligence. So y'all subscribe to her. Yeah, appreciate her. All right. So
Stop giving him our energy. He does not deserve it. The only thing that we can control is ourselves. Everyone has a right to their opinion. And we have to understand that everything that Kevin says is his opinion.
everything that you say is your opinion. God, I hate it. We know it's an opinion. Stop saying that like it's a revelation. Stop saying, I hate it when people say that. That's just, imagine if people just did that all the time. Like, you know something? It is a beautiful day out here in Northern California. I know, because I just went to the dollar store. And then some jackass says, oh, that's your opinion. Motherfucker. Yes, it is my opinion. And I know that some people just like dark, gloomy nights with ravens and crows and scarecrows and stuff in like a brown field, you know, and they're like, you know, well, that's beautiful to some people. And instead of having a lawn, they have tar and crap, you know, like I know to some people that would be considered a beautiful day. But yes, in my opinion, it's a nice day. You're just trying to mess up my beautiful day with your opinion on my opinion. This is your opinion. Simple cow? Dang. Oh, no. Shout out to Chantel again. Mediocre. Mediocre. She coined that word. And that is what I'm going to call such women. She's mediocre. Stop trying to cloud people's sunny day with your mediocre, with your mediocrity. Stop doing that. You are a lesser woman. You are mediocre, and you do not want to be held to a standard. But guess what? Men are going to hold you to a standard regardless. It is imperative to you to be the best person and to be the most pleasing woman to my penis. Your worth is determined by such a thing. And I'm not just talking about visual. Each and every single thing you do determines your worth as a woman as long as it benefits me. How much sugar and lemon juice you put in my grape Kool-Aid determines how good of a woman you are. Whether you use a full mop or Swiffer determines how good of a woman you are to me. Whether you use pine salt with lemon or just regular pine smell, because how can it be pine salt if it's lemon? Stuff like that determines your womanness to me. Whether you burn candles or you use a diffuser determines your value of woman to me. And whether you use a push-up bra or one of those bras that's a cup size too small, but you use it so it pushes out the titties more, determines your value as a woman to me. French cut or thong determines your value of woman to me. Each and every single day, each and every single moment, you wake up and you say to yourself, am I gonna wear lipstick or lip gloss? Everything you do better be in the best interest of my penis, or else you are mediocre. You are mediocre in comparison to the women who understand this. All right, I got somebody I got to put in the tank. So, Marathon Man Podcast, thanks for becoming a channel member. Let me see. Let me go to the regular thing. Mediocre women make me sick. I love that word. I love that word. All right, let me do this. All right, hit the like. God dang. So how come? All right, how come when I click on my own channel, it's only 50 seconds? Hit the like button. You mediocre people, hit the like. Hit the like button. All right, so Marathon Man comes in. I appreciate you. Thanks a lot, brother. All right, let me put you in the tank. All right, and you are in the tank, brother. Appreciate you a lot. Thanks a lot. All right, so let me go back to the StreamYards. And Sun is hot raw. Okay. And y'all are filling up the tank. Nobody's canceling Kevin, so she can be quiet. No, she can't. She just got to say stuff because she's mediocre. She think that talk is better than action. She needs to take action and get a man a sandwich. Period. All right, let's continue.
And everyone who agrees with him are only like-minded, and they agree with him as well.
Everyone who agrees with him is like-minded. You are not minded. That's what like-minded mean. How many redundant statements are you going to have? I swear, these mediocre IQ chicks. How come the dumber you are, the more submissive you ain't? Everyone that agrees with him is like-minded. That's what like-minded mean, you stupid. I'm telling you, these mediocre chicks.
But we do not have to agree with him. We have to stand strong and just block him. I have already taken the steps, and I've...
Why does she make it sound like she's quitting crack? Why does she make it sound like she discovered like a new drug that's like crack heroin? You know, she discovered heroin and you have to quit it. I have taken the steps. What, you take like 12 steps to get rid of it, or you take 24 steps so you are no longer addicted to Kevin Samuels? We have to take the steps to deal with it. I'm on step 19. Admitting that I'm a mediocre chick. You need to take the steps, and one day you'll be able to block Kevin Samuels. You think he cares about your individual blocking? No. And your 100 and something followers? No. You want to know why? Because deep down in your vagina, you know that you're mediocre and you need to hear this. That's why you gravitate towards it. That's why you gravitate towards the message, because you don't want it. You know, it's kind of like you a kid and you know you don't want that whipping when your dad comes home. It's worse. It's worse because school lets out around 3:15, and then and you know the parents is gonna go, and you know the whipping is coming. You know it's coming. You know you don't want it, but you know you deserve it. That is where you are. You are in ass whooping limbo. You know that you deserve this. And that's why it's difficult for you to quit. But you can do it. With the strength of the Lord, you'll be able to quit Kevin Samuels.
I blocked him from my YouTube channel. I will no longer be watching his videos, and I will no longer be commenting on his videos. Because I'm so tired.
So she was a member. She was a channel member. Because I'm a channel member. And you have to be a channel member in order to comment. So you was giving him money because you know, deep down, you know you need that Kevin Samuels. You need that truth. You need to embrace your mediocrity so you could be better for my penis. Deep down, you know. Deep down, you know that there is just a certain type of penis that you simply don't qualify for. And you want to. It eats at your vagina, knowing that there exists penis out there that you do not have access to. And you are giving Kevin Samuels money to figure out how.
Responding to his videos, and then all of his followers start bullying me. So I will no longer give it any energy. I choose to be happy, and I choose to ignore things that are outside of my control. He can know.
Better control how to make my grape soda, my grape Kool-Aid. Better control how to make my sandwich, or else you're going to continue in this cycle of misery and delusion.
no longer trigger me with his words. Even though I don't agree with everything that he says, I know that they are only opinions. And I know.
I'm telling you, these mediocre IQ chicks, I know that they're only opinions. Everything is, oh gosh. I mean, see, I hate it when somebody is not deep and not shallow at the same time. Ladies, if you're not going to be deep, be shallow. What do I mean by that? Like when you look at a chick and you say, oh, she's shallow, but you know, everything be on point. She's shallow. That's why she has that stomach that's like a ghostly outline of a six-pack with the belly button ring and the waist beads. She's shallow. At least she's shallow. Or you get a chick who's deep where everything just makes you think, like every single sentence she say makes you think. Be deep or be shallow. Or be gone. Dang.
That it doesn't have to affect me negatively. I am not going through any of the things that these women are going through. But I am.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Just the fact that you are over 20, because you said that he makes fun of everybody over 20, that's your exaggeration, and you are over 20. And the fact, but I know what you mean, because he doesn't really talk like that. You were exaggerating earlier. But just the fact that this is that you don't have a dog in this fight, but you are still fighting, really says something about your brain. That says a lot about your brain. Basically, when somewhere a fat woman is getting smacked and you're saying, ouch, and you're crying. Somewhere a chick with 4 kids is getting smacked and you're saying, ouch. Why? Because she's black? Why are you saying ouch when they get smacked? Huh? You think that I care when a nagaga somewhere is getting police batoned for some stupid crap he did? Nope.
It's spring, you know what that means. Time for a trip to Stop & Shop.
For spring cleaning stuff.
Yep.
And snacks for a picnic.
Also those.
And for fresh fish and organic fruits and veggies.
Definitely.
This spring, get everything you need at Stop & Shop.
Damn, I can't take so much more. This shit was trash. Hey, YJ, the producer's trash. This shit is trash. LA's trash. Bob Powers is trash on this song. Nothing against you, dog. This song is garbage. Port City ain't got an issue. This shit is trash, though.
Look, I can see the hatred in the way they move. Cool. That's the difference between me and you. Violation caught the flag on the planet. Animosity don't look good on you. Give it a break. Leave it alone. Look, I can see the hatred in the way they move. Cool. That's the difference between me and you. Violation caught the flag on the planet. Animosity don't look good on you. Give it a break.
YJ said take a break from the Anna, but haters got Jones as stronger than Indiana. Watching all my moves, he ain't making none. Stay counting on my cake, he ain't baking none. Most of these haters ain't never done nothing creative, but caught in this situation inspired by starvation. What do you get from hatred? I'm trying to figure out. I'm making money, making moves, and I'm feeling out. This nigga right back over here up in his feelings now. He no longer talking boxing, he talking killing now. So what the fuck we supposed to do? We supposed to shoot it out? Brother, we supposed to be brothers, brother. Let's talk about it.
Look, I can see the hatred in the way they move. Cool. That's the difference between me and you. Violation caught the flag on the planet. Animosity don't look good on you. Give it a break. Look, it's no way in hell that I can let that hinder the rise. Been through the fire and I couldn't let that enter the pride. They don't know the half of it. Better get it earned. Listen to every word. Chit chat for the birds. Listen here, I cannot be deterred. So I told him, get your hate up. I'm still silent. not affected by the bull, told him chill. Silence. Thicker the skin, the bigger the win. I'm trying to see my people rise, I just don't know when. Can't see how when the crowns always bleed down. Told my brother you can have that. There go the crown, now run with it. When you done with it, pass the baton. It's real game for the radio, you know what I'm on. Come on. Look, I can see the hatred in the way they move. Cool. That's the difference between me and you. Violation caught the flag on the planet. Animosity don't.
Well, let me ask you this.
I feel to be a slave in 2019.
Do I believe that Malcolm X's past experience? Because Malcolm X clearly turned over a new leaf and was leading a different life prior to him going to prison.
Now imagine if he then made fun of people who had went to prison, and then you found out he went to prison.
Okay.
You still okay with that?
Yeah, because he no longer does that. Now, if he went to let me be clear.
No.
If Malcolm X
get away with that,
jail,
I can't let you get away with that one. I can't let you get away with somebody.
And I shall start right here. What's up, good people? How's everybody doing today? I hope you're jonesing with the Jones. What's up, Jones? I'm hoping you getting your hair a pit on with my man Warren. How you doing, Brandy? How's everything going today? Hope it's lovely for you. It's lovely for me. Yeah, so I had the privilege of being on the road during this engagement. And some of the things that I heard disturbed me. And me and Warren are probably going to be on the same accord with this because I realized that BGS was right. If you don't know who BGS is, BGS Ignore, you should go look him up. He had this whole video today about crabs in a barrel and how, you leave a crab in a barrel by itself, it's going to get out. But put that crab in a barrel with other crabs, and the one that tries to get out going to be pulled down by the other ones. I have to take into consideration that BGS is an OG. And in taking that into consideration, I have to consider that he has to be humble in that which he sees. So when it comes to Kevin Samuels, right? For the most part, a lot of people are wise. Even Bullets Gotti is fucking wise on this one. Sadly, I gotta say Bullets Gotti is on the right side of history. Usually, I tell people you got to look at yourself. Are you going to be on the right side of history or the wrong side of history? A lot of y'all have found yourselves on the wrong side. That's not my fault. I've been on the right side for a very long time. And I'm on the right side with this one. This crab in a barrel mentality, this pulling down of Kevin Samuels, these attacks from the brotherhood, right, from the brothers, is weakening the strength. See, women are not looking for your praise, they're looking for allies in your destruction, more talking points, more reason to throw shade at you. They're not looking for your investment and your productivity. They don't want you to build in our community, sadly to say, because no one wants to relinquish power. I'm sorry. No one wants to relinquish power. Hey, listen, y'all gonna leave these McDonald's things alone. I'm still filing freaking taxes from McDonald's right now from back in the day. So leave the Oscar Mayer man alone and leave the burger flipper alone. All right, Jones? You old sophisticated, high value ass niggas always talking shit about us. Blue collar, keep the mop in the bucket ass niggas. That's who we are. Don't be mad that we keep the mop in the bucket. Okay? Like Louis said, today I'm on fries. One day I'll be on burgers. After that, I'll be on the register. Y'all don't know how this shit works, and that's called progress. You want to be a high-value man, you got to start from the bottom, then you there. Well, I guess that's how it works for black people. I'm just saying. Third shift, that's how I got introduced to this whole sector, man. I was third shift at Mickey D's, man. I was doing the drive-thru, the grill, and the motherfucking register at the same damn time. How many niggas? Listen, I was taking niggas' orders, right? On the line. I don't even know why I'm telling this story right now.
Fuck it. Let's talk about it before we get into the bullshit. Let's bring more people in. I got the Tommyverse Obsidian audio ready to go. If you think I'm bullshitting, hold on. Here's another snippet
coming out. Wait. So if somebody comes out and says that somebody's gay, makes fun of gays and say you weak and you blah blah.
And that's why I'm talking now, because I didn't understand what Tommy Sotomayor was trying to do. However, fair use, bitches. That's why I got this little picture up here. That's why I got the disclaimer down there. Sorry, Bernard Riley, you left this one open for the rest of us. But we thank you, brother. Your morning show is pivotal to my operations at work. I don't know how many emails I'm able to send out listening to the Bernard Riley show in the morning. So y'all make sure y'all go follow my man, because he be cutting up. And them numbers is getting there. When Tommy popped in, you can't see it. So currently right now, from the recording that I'm looking at, is 1.2K people in the audience. At the end of this is 1.5. Shitload of Tommy truck. Tommy hairline was there. I think that's Genie. So, it is what it is. Shout out to Bernard Riley. Hope you got some hits, clicks, views, Patreons, and all that. Off of that, get your change, get your coins. That's why we are doing these broadcasts, to make sure that the message is spread thoroughly amongst everybody, amongst all our audiences. But my problem was, I didn't know what Tommy was getting at. And I think he thought it was his panel where he could do the analogy thing to make it make sense. See, y'all don't figure that part out. Make it make sense. There's two interpretations of that. There is, you can make it make sense from, the evidence in front of you, or you can make it make sense from your verbal interactions with people. With that being said, I want y'all to listen to this engagement and shout out to Obsidian for being highly witty and knowing how to engage an opponent on the chessboard.
About gay, and then you find out he used to be gay. You trying to tell me that don't matter?
Well, hold on a second. Hang on. State your question again. I want to make sure I understand this.
A guy is out just ridiculing, going after. Matter of fact, it ain't even a fake guy. It's a real guy by the name of McGreevy. He was a governor of New Jersey.
Oh, Jersey, right. Yeah, Jim McGreevy, yeah.
Yeah, he persecuted, went after, said being gay was wrong. Come to find out he was gay.
Yeah, that is wrong. He's a hypocrite. I can't excuse that.
Right.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, I'm sorry. You can't just go around calling people dusty and unworthy and talk crap about a 35-year-old man who making year-old man that makes $45,000 a year and say that man a failure when you were same age and making $800 a month. You can't do that, bro.
Well, hold on a second. What are you talking about here? Are you saying that this is what Kevin did?
Yes.
Okay.
He told a man who called into a show, who was 38 years old, who told him that he was making $45,000 a year. And he said that man was a failure in life. But at the exact same time, Kevin was making $900 a month.
And he was
you saying when Kevin was 38, he was making $900 a month?
Yep. So how can you do that?
Okay. Ooh, Jones. I've been trying to say this shit to the manosphere since forever. I tried to hop on Ramil's show, but the nigga was like, I ain't know you. I mean, all right, whatever, nigga. Then Gino hopped on and was like, yeah, I know that nigga. He's one of the niggas that helped start Black Twitter. I'm good. I don't want them accolades. I don't want that praise. I don't even want that kind of attention. Y'all niggas had that. These things are weird. But Jones asked a relevant question. Did he go after the chat again? Yes. And so I'm going to give this one piece of advice for free right now to the manosphere or anyone else who might listen or have Tommy on the panel. The first thing you do is cut off the chat. Do not let your audience engage him at all whatsoever. You keep the conversation between you and him and make sure that there is nothing for him to read except for his own chat room. So if he's broadcasting live on his own chat room, he'll have to read their comments. Do not let him read comments from your comment section, or the conversation will be derailed, detracted, and the relevance of it is going to fall back onto him being the victim. And we don't want that, right? This is why a lot of y'all lose. But let's go back to this Tommy versus O'Shea joint.
So
hold on. Hang on.
Let me
there's a variable.
Let me answer.
Important. No, well, let me answer first because there's an important variable there. The question you would have to ask is, okay, Kevin, when you were 38, were you a failure? If Kevin says no, then you got him. If he says yes, I was a failure at 38.
Jones is always your fault.
Exactly.
Well, yes, but he told y'all he wasn't because he said he's been in corporate America for 26 years. You do the math. He portrayed it as he's been had his shit together for the last 26 years.
You might got him right there. He probably didn't have his shit together that whole time.
So that's what I mean. Now, people do it all the time. I mean, we lie going on dates. We lie on resumes. We lie all the time.
Fake it till you make it.
I'm not exactly sure what point you're trying to make here, Tom.
Well, I had asked you a question. I think the other brother understands the point that I was making. You said that your past doesn't matter. I'm asking, are you saying because of where somebody is, it renders their past moot? Because if that's the case, black folks need to quit bitching about slavery.
I agree.
There's a lot of things we need to not bitch about because it's in the past and because things have changed.
I'm sorry.
To bring up that point means that if the point is irrelevant, then we should continue to bring up slavery. I'm going to continue to bring up slavery. I think that point was irrelevant.
I was just want to say, I agree with you. I have zero interest in wanting to relitigate slavery over and over and over again. We're in the 21st century. We got to move on.
Unfortunately, to my big brother Obsidian, there's no re-litigation if there was no initial litigation. Sorry, brother. This shit ain't even been put on the table yet. How you gonna re-litigate something that ain't been litigated yet? I'm talking about these reparations and this slavery. I'm finna talk about it. If you feel a kind of way, I understand the conservative views and values. I do also understand that the conservative views and values initially started with the black man. However, it's been altered. You know, a lot of our inventions have been taken and altered. So I'm gonna stick by the old rules, thanks. But I'm gonna still hold up my slavery, my reparations, and this money that is owed to not just me, but my peoples. If I could, I will pull up this reparations list right the fuck now. You don't get me started on this shit, Obsidian, because we could talk. Because we pay money to friends and enemies right now as a country. Your tax dollars, my tax dollars, your book sale dollars, all that, it goes to enemies, quote unquote friends like Israel, you know, who spies on us the most. Let's just go back to the audio tape.
That's where I'm at with it.
So I'm just one of those people. I'm with you to an extent. Like when you were talking about child support. Well, the same thing they said about him, they say about everybody. And I always find it odd that men come at a man for child support, but then say that child support is wrong. They tried to get me to talk about that. And then they got mad at me when I said, I hope he don't pay a damn dime because that wasn't his baby. Just my opinion. So I have no problem with him paying for a baby that wasn't his. But
I'm gonna tell you what irritates me though. And I can't be mad at the new people. I'm not mad at any of you new guys at all. I mean, if you've been here for the last 3 years, you get a whole pass. But the rest of you that don't know how to engage this person and keep him focused on not bringing up analogy after analogy after analogy to prove one particular single point, there's one saying that can fit you. And I'm not throwing shade at anyone. It's just an analogy, quote unquote, as being used that will fit the context of this. A fool will drag you down to his level and beat you with experience. Y'all, this is why the manosphere right now is getting crushed by Tommy. And then they let Jessica go do that. I got that. That was embarrassing for the manosphere. Because she's a representative. She's aligned with Obsidian, O'Shea, Mr. Fantastic, Solo, Game Changer, Kevin Samuels. That's the team. Angry Man, however, is like anti this bitch. I get it. Not everybody's gonna be for the shit, and they shouldn't be. I don't co-sign half of the shit. I just listen. But let's go back to this egg.
You heard it from me. Right. You divorced, let that baby's daddy take care of that baby, not the man you married. But I will say this. A lot of the things that he says about men.
Jones, I don't know how old you are, but I met my great-grandfather for the World War I, and his parents were actually slaves. So, yeah. We do realize that is that's about 5-6 generations since slavery. That's not a long time. Just saying.
Because you didn't know his past. See, Malcolm X changed his past from something and then went on to do something else. He is saying, you who don't have this ain't crap. But he didn't have it. But he hid it so you don't know. And that's being disingenuous. When you hide something and then you make fun of the people who were in the same place you were. But you portrayed it as you've never been in this place.
I disagree. I don't think Kevin or anybody or anyone is obligated to divulge every nook and cranny and detail of their life before they can be a public figure. I disagree.
No, I didn't say that. See, here's the part you're missing. Again, I said you can talk about the forward process. When you're making fun of people who were where you were, but you hide it. It's the equivalent of these people online, trolls. They talking crap about how, say the brother right here. It's two of us right here. Only one of us got our camera on. What would it look like if we were making fun of him? You got this, you only got that. And then slip up and our camera come on and we live in the same or worse situation.
Here's the difference.
That's what trolls do.
Yeah, did you want to say something, Bernie?
Oh, no, not really. I mean, I did look at this comment right here. Soul Brother and the Mechadon says, for the record, Kevin Samuels spoke on hard times he fell on after he left corporate America when he was going through his divorce. So that's one possibility. Maybe he was in corporate America. Maybe he fell out of corporate America. Maybe he had some hard times, some ups and downs. I personally, I'll just be honest and say, if somebody starts a YouTube career and part of their whole gravitas or image that they're selling is a certain image, and it would.
So yeah. Case, gotta slow you down. Just let my man do his thing. You know, like I know, like we know. I stole that from Tone Spade. Like you know, like I stole that from. But you know, like I know, like we know, like we've all seen what's about to happen. So. Case, chill, man. Let your turn your goddamn psychic off, nigga. Why don't you relax and enjoy the show, old predictive ass nigga? Let this shit out. You know, I turned the goddamn chat replay off, so when this shit is rendering, ain't nobody seeing none of y'all chats. I'm going on some O'Shea business. Turn this page into something. Make my page great again. Okay. That's where we at right now. Make my page. I'm gonna name it that. Make my page great again. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the Dracos up, but damn, this is the good channel too.
It would look bad on their image to just come out and say, "Yeah, I was homeless 15 years ago." I'm not knocking them for saying that, but you can call him on a legitimate point. If he was just some struggling broke dude. And he's criticizing struggling broke dudes, but pretending like he was never broke. Then you do win a point on that one. I got no problem.
Here's the thing.
Problem. Okay, I can't deal with just an outright, just completely disingenuous liar. But there is wiggle room in America for faking it till you make it and selling a public image and while you're trying to make it. There's wiggle room for that. So I say that across the board.
Mm-hmm.
But I will grant your point that you caught him in a lie. If that's all that is true, you call it a lie.
Wait a minute, because to say that he lied is to do something with malice or forethought. We don't know that. Number two, my understanding of it, and I've heard Kevin talk about the hard time.
That's not what a lie is.
Hang on.
You made up a definition of lie.
No, lie does mean that you deliberately.
All right, y'all. So this is where I got irritated with Tommy. This point right here is why I appreciate Obsidian's antagonistic persona. Tommy tried to play that I'm not gonna let you get away with this. Obsidian was like, I don't care. This is what I'm trying to explain, and I love it. See, when people engage each other and they have the same type of horns, you know, like bulls and other animals and creatures in the wild, a battle ensues. With humans, we use our brain. Animals use their physical attributes. Let's continue to listen.
Misleading somebody. You know
you
what
said malice. You did not say that. You did not say that. That's not what a lie is.
Yeah, malice.
That is not what a lie is. Have malice or forethought. You can lie in a good way, and it's still a lie.
You can be, but the point is, you know what the facts are. You're deliberately misleading somebody.
Okay, but you still have to take out the words of malice from it. You cannot put a word in there to make something seem bad when you can lie about, I'm going to give you a cake. And there's no malice in it.
A lie is still bad whether you smile.
No, I'm saying you said malice mean I'm trying to hurt you.
Yes,
if you
a lie
that
can
is
still
not
hurt you. Even
that is not what a person who's telling you a lie. That they tell you your parent is they didn't have malice at all in their heart. That is not the. Why would you even argue this? Just say no. That's not. Why are you arguing that? That's not the definition of lie. You should have said you're right. That isn't. You're gonna sit here and keep arguing.
Said what I said. That yes, you're misleading somebody, and the result could be bad.
No, I said sir. Did I not keep telling him the word malice does not apply? The other guy is he there?
I'm here.
Did I not say? I just said malice. That's all I said. I keep saying it.
Yeah, you said
the
intent would have to be to do harm. You could tell somebody a good lie, like their mom is.
That's all I'm trying to say. Just take that out because that's misleading.
All right,
not what a lie is.
Let's chase this down. So was Kevin telling a good lie?
It's according to who's receiving it. It's according to who's receiving it. That's why I've said lie.
But you're the one that made the issue out of it. So was he telling a good lie? Do you think Kevin was telling a good lie here? You're the one that made the issue out of it. What do you think?
No, I don't think it's a good lie if you're telling. Here's what you're doing. You're trying to make somebody else feel bad when you could actually build them up. You can talk from it.
You're saying what he did to that guy.
Yes, that was the lie I was talking about.
Yeah. Well,
I'm confused. You put me off to reiterate that that's the lie I was talking about. When you asked me a question, I tried to answer it.
The only person I heard that Kevin got down on was the whole, I call it the eggplant scandal, where he asked the guy the size of his so-and-so.
But that's you. I'm telling you what I heard.
What I'm telling you is that particular guy got his act together because Kevin got down on him.
What does that have to do with what I was talking about? This is insane.
No, it's not.
You trying to charge somebody for murder and you're going to talk about the time they robbed someone?
You think that lying is tantamount to murder now?
No, I talked about the front. What?
Let me
seems very difficult here.
Let me ask you this question. But I'm not. If it would hurt a politician's chances of getting where he's trying to get to by saying, yes, I used to smoke crack, and then it comes out, we find out later that okay, he lied that he smoked crack, but at the same time he did win and become president, and he's president now, and you can't impeach him for crack he smoked 20 years ago. I can't really say that he's wrong, but you can point out, hey, he was dishonest on that point. That's all I'm doing. See, here's why I have a problem with all the
either Tommy Sotomayor fanboys or anybody. That's why I don't. Y'all look for a father figure so much that if someone says something against your father figure, you attack them because you expect them to be 100% right. And that's not the case. Nobody's 100% right. Everybody's done something to rub somebody the wrong way. Now, when you start going down the road of, because I even said it, when they start going down the road of pulling up this man's information and shit, he's just a YouTuber. He ain't no damn politician. People know more about Kevin Samuels than they know about their politician. They do more digging into Kevin Samuels' life than they do into the girl they screw in Raw. So it's stupid. I don't agree with any of that. That's dumb. But if you're going to make an online argument, you should be allowed to make an online argument against somebody's hero, and they hear they hear what you're saying. It's insane to believe that because you're a fan of somebody, you can't question that person. That's where this online stuff with y'all black men shows how weak we are, how hard y'all fight for somebody that somebody disagrees with. You'll watch somebody go at black women every day, but then if somebody bring up what Kevin Samuels says, y'all say, oh, well, you're attacking that man. But then y'all will watch the person go after, let's say, Serena Williams, because you don't like Serena Williams. It's okay that a person make 5 videos in a row about Serena Williams. But how dare you make 5 videos in a row about Kevin Samuels? But it's confusing. So as long as you're going after some woman, you can do that all week and nobody questions it. Well, if so-and-so.
I gotta be honest, that's a crock of donkey doo-doo or dong, whatever that shit is called. He's been on this shit for fucking over 10 years. So he gets attacked for everything he says. What are you talking about, bro? Sometimes trying to make a point mutes the point. And I think he muted his point because he's been attacked from every direction for the things that he says about black women. So to try to pinpoint a specific group and say, y'all don't say nothing about when I talk about black women, but y'all champion Kevin Samuels. Yeah. But a lot of other people say something to you about talking about the women. Period. A lot of people. Maybe these guys are not interested. You know, they're going their own way, separating themselves. A lot of, ignore type motherfuckers. They're everywhere. Sometimes trying to prove a point mutes your point. And I think, I sat back and watched this, but I think that's what he did. It was mute his own point. Why would you do that? Just to prove a point. But maybe I'm listening to it differently. Let's keep listening.
5 videos against Kevin Samuels. That's wrong. But why is it?
Oh, and we are definitely broadcasting this simultaneously on the Average at Best podcast. So make sure you go ahead, get your Google podcast on, follow Average at Best. I think I got the links down in the description box. You can hit me up on that sales by Vdubboogie too. Those items are still available. Make sure you follow all of the content. I'm on Anchor, I'm on Spreaker, and I'm looking into a few other endeavors. Currently, we're gonna get this Viper logo out. Not Viper Pit logo. They got their own thing going, but we're gonna get the original Vdubboogie Viper logo out. So shout out to everybody who is representing and wearing thy hat. And even the nigga who stole it from Slappy Don. So when I get some more, Slappy gets a free hat. And just be you gets a free hat. Only because both of their hats were actually stolen. So I don't even know what to tell you. I get it though. The shit is fly. It's a fly ass hat. The emblem is rocking. I mean, you can manipulate your apparel with it. So man, I mean, shout out to the designer. The next one I talk to, we're gonna get some real gold strips popping in the hat, and I might even go for the exclusive hat with the real gold thread. in the hat on some $400 or $500 shit. But you know, that's gonna be for my ballers. That's gonna be for my ballers. That ain't gonna be for the rest of y'all. You know, if you want to be fly, be fly. If not, let's go back to the audio.
Hey, for people like let's just say O'Shea to make 5 videos in a row in defense of him. If 5 videos in a row is wrong, everybody doing it is wrong. I don't understand this.
No, I totally understand what you're saying, and that's why I always say it's not that you're making the videos, it's on the merits of what you're saying. I always say that. You're either right or you're wrong. You can make as many videos as you want. You can hate somebody as much as you want. But when you break down the merits of the words that are coming out of your mouth, are you making sense or not making sense? Right. Are you right or wrong? I always draw the line right there.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No,
what I would like to pick up the discussion on Kevin done the past year, which is, if I'm not mistaken, 8 couples have been brought together, and a number of other couples have publicly thanked him for. Women have publicly thanked him for saving their marriages. He's brought together about 8 or 9 couples, and at least half of them are either engaged to be married or currently are married over the past year. My question to anybody who disagrees with Kevin, past or present, is who else in the black love machine, as I call it, Derrick Jackson, Steve Harvey, you know, Dr. Umar Johnson, how many couples have they brought together in the past year? Black couples.
Well, I'm not in that love sphere, but I have a few people from in my show over the years, and by few I mean more than 3, but less than 20. Who got married from the comment section. They just got, but I look at it this way. The Catholic Church has changed a lot of people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Made a lot of people.
So again, my good folks, when engaging an opponent, I don't know if y'all can hear her. She's in the room singing to the baby right now, because for some reason she won't go to sleep. But when engaging an opponent, you need to know their strengths and their weaknesses. I gotta be honest. I would never, and no offense, if we ever had the conversation, I doubt it'll ever happen, but I would never continuously let Tommy give his analogies. I don't want a representation or an idea of what you think or a representation of what you feel is going on. I need to talk to you about what is going on right now. So to answer my question with either a fable or factual story that is comparison is offensive to me, especially after the 3rd time. You can do it the first, you can do it the second, but if that's all your answers are going to continuously to be, I believe you're deflecting from the conversation and comparing yourself to something outside of the general conversation that we're having right now, which involves you personally. I think I just gave away some more game for free. Listen, y'all keep falling to the. Never mind. I'm gonna go back to the tape. Fuck it.
Better made a lot of people not seeing. Also, rape some boys. Both are true. Just because you can find something good, when you do that, that's what I mean. Kevin Samuels supporters will find something and say, because of this, everything else is irrelevant. No, both things can be good. Both things can happen. Your faucet, let me tell you something. On the left, what's that called? Hot. On the right, what's that called? Cold. But when it comes out, where does it come out of? Same pipe.
Okay, in order for what you said right there to fully follow it or hold up in making the reference to that and then comparing it to Kevin Samuels, what I guess the question is, what harm do you see in what Kevin Samuels is doing? Because it would have to be some type of harm for you to make the hot versus cold.
No, it doesn't, because hot doesn't cause Does hot or cold cause a harm? Some like hot, some like cold.
You started with the Catholic Church doing good in the world. Let's just say feeding the poor, but also molesting boys. So that's clearly good versus harm.
Hot and cold though. I went to
okay, good. Okay, all right. Right, I got you.
50% of my argument. I was just saying two things can exist at once. Hell, there are times on the planet where the sun and the moon are in the sky at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to say is, we think, again, it goes back to, we have this, if a person, we like them.
I ain't gonna lie. If Bernard Riley sits back and listens to this, he's gonna cook the shit out of Tommy. I gotta give it to Bernard sometimes. His logical, cold aspect to the game is different. And if he's listening to this like I'm listening, he's gonna cook the shit out of Tommy. But let's go back to the audio.
No one can question it. We will latch on to something. Somebody said, just like you, Tommy. I said that just a second ago. Yes, I don't like it. That's why I don't hang out with a lot of the people in the comments. Said people used to play my video all the time where I said, I believe the majority of my audience is stupid. I still say this. I don't trust these people. These people are looking for father figures and they hang on to anything. Look at the crap they say in the comment section. You go to anybody's comment section and their comment section agrees with them 100%. And you know half these people are nuts. But they got an audience and their audience believes everything they say. And if you say anything they don't like, they attack you. That in itself shows there's something wrong. That everywhere these people go, you can't question where you are. These things almost feel like cults. Every time you're there, it's just this weird fandom. I'm a San Francisco 49er fan. I still know our quarterback was a problem last year. I still know the injuries were a problem. I still can question the draft. Why is it that football fans are smart enough to question the direction of their team if it's not going well? And even if it's going well, they still can point out little things they need because they want to be a championship team. But when it comes to YouTubers and the way we feel about them, we have to agree with everything they do. And it doesn't matter which team it is. Every team, every one of these teams, they agree wholly with the host or else.
Yeah, I can agree there is a lot of that. And that's why I made it clear right when you first started asking your questions about Kevin Samuels. I don't require him to be perfect. Just like, I mean, I've listened to you for a while. I don't require you to be perfect, and you'll be the first to say that you ain't. I mean, you air all your stuff, and I can rock with you knowing all of your dirty laundry. So that's where I'm at with it. But some people do just take that irrational view that, hey, I like this person, it's my favorite content creator. And going back to my smoking crack analogy, we found out that he smoked crack 20 years ago. They're gonna turn around and then they're gonna try to argue that smoking crack is apparently okay now. No, you can't go that route. You can take the route of, hey, I rock with Kevin Samuels, I rock with Tommy, I rock with this guy, I rock with that guy. I don't require that they be perfect. I do require that they be at least consistent from the time I started watching going forward. That's where I'm at with it. I require you be consistent. But I somebody pull up something from the past and I'm like, okay, yeah, that looked bad. I can't defend that one. But you know, that's where I'm at with it.
That EDP guy.
Oh yeah, I heard about
that. That guy's disgusting. But yet some of his fans are right there with him still. And if you bring out that he was trying to go meet a 13-year-old girl, they'll go off on you. EDP. You don't have the right to say it.
It's a guy. He's a YouTuber. He's in Dateline type of stuff going on, and apparently some of his people are still rocking with him. I didn't know that.
Well, we were just talking about that earlier with Derek Jackson.
Yeah. Some of his women still rocking with him.
And Tommy's down in Georgia, so he'll know the name. The late Eddie Long, same deal.
That's what you're making my point. Those people. When you should be able, let me tell you something. You should welcome, and I mean welcome, questions. When you have a leader that does not welcome questions, whether it's our president, whether it's our mayor, whether it's a pastor, whether it's your tax commissioner, anybody who you cannot question, that is a problem. Doesn't mean that you go after stupid shit, and I'm with you on that. But you should be able to question a lot of stuff. Especially if some of the stuff that makes no sense, like you said that like with me, I don't know if you're talking to me or you were just saying it in general. When you said people say so and so took my talking points, you shouldn't use that as an argument. Well, why shouldn't you? Because your argument is different than somebody else. You're not even trying to. How can you say somebody's wrong if you believe somebody took your stuff and you believe your stuff was right? So you can't then call him wrong on repeating something that's right. You're just going to say it was stolen. Mm-hmm. If I take the TV off your wall and put it on my wall, it works just as well as it worked. So your argument isn't that the TV doesn't work. No, it still works. You're saying that I took your TV. But I'm going to say, you know what? That doesn't matter because it's a nice party at my house and it's being more enjoyed at my house. So you're just hating. You're hating because I got a bigger crowd at my house watching your TV.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's what I would say to that. Because the charge has been made that I'll use myself, that others have said this, I've never said it, that Kevin Samuels had stolen my talking points. And my position is I have a book. My stuff is actually copywritten. So, to protect against plagiarism. Mm-hmm. I give Kevin free reign to use whatever, and he has a copy of my book. I give him free permission, free reign in the public to use whatever he sees fit in my book, so long as he does it in the spirit that I intended, which was to foster a real conversation between black women and black men. He does that, we good. I'm good with it. That's my official position. I can't speak for anybody else, but in my case, my ideas and thoughts are actually in print. And there are rules with regard to plagiarism, intellectual property theft, which is a federal offense. I studied all this very thoroughly. And my position with Kevin is he's free to use whatever he likes from my book as long as he uses it in the spirit in which I intended it, which I make clear in the book.
But one thing that could happen is, which would be easily do, like how Hot Damn I Rock, Kane Carter did. He was taking other people's jokes, which they couldn't sue him for it. But he was taking other people's jokes, and he blew up bigger than they were. Nobody would say Kane Carter was a greater comedian than damn, why did I just draw a blank? Patrice O'Neal. But he made more money than Patrice O'Neal. He got bigger than Patrice O'Neal. But we sure went after him, and I went after him for the fact that all of us were cool with Patrice O'Neal, and we knew his jokes. The young people didn't know his jokes. The people who he went viral with didn't know his jokes, but we knew his jokes. And we thought it was wrong that he's using this man's jokes and getting rich off of it. But technically he could, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have any comment there. I'm not familiar with I know who Patrice O'Neal was. I'm not familiar with the other guy, and I'm not familiar with the legalisms of comedy, so I don't have any comment.
No, I'm saying in general, somebody could hear what I could hear what the brother whose show this is. I could listen to everything he said right now. I could turn around and do a show and say exactly what he said. He has no recourse.
Right. Yeah, that's the brother whose show it is. They cracking jokes that he called me the other guy and the brother. I'm sorry, I had to laugh at that. But no, I understand you being a pioneer in this. You want to let it be known where a lot of the stuff came from, because Kevin Samuels is reaching the audience beyond this space. Like, okay, before Kevin Samuels blew up, you knew a lot of us was either directly or indirectly saying stuff that you pioneered, and you're okay with it, and everybody was at the ground floor below you. But one of them,
I wasn't okay with it.
Well,
I've never been okay with it. I've never been. Listen, let me tell you.
Go ahead.
I can tell you the difference between me and a lot of no offense to anybody. Me and a lot of y'all. When you're a pioneer, you like doing it your own way, and you get a kick out of it. I get a kick out of making words. I get a kick out of leading. When you also lead, people who are used to following, they always tell you kind of like liberals. They don't mind that you take money from the rich and give it to them. They're not earners. Non-earners don't mind communism. Earners do.
Okay. Okay, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying as a pioneer of a lot of it. I'll speak from where I came in at, because I'm still relatively new to this. There are things that everybody is saying, even if it's not content creators. There's random people in the chat room who post stuff and say stuff. I may or may not know the genesis of it, but it's just something that's just drenched. Just it's in the lexicon. But so you, as a pioneer of all of it, after everybody done rehashed it, said it, modified it, said it in their own way, but you know where it came from. One of those people get to the point to where they're bigger than you, and now a whole different audience, bigger than the audience that you're reaching, is hearing the things you say. I can't knock you for wanting to let it be known where it came from, so those people up there can see, okay, that's where it came from. I can't knock you for that. I can't knock you. I mean, I understand where it's coming from.
But think about this. Isn't it funny that people are saying, like you said earlier, oh, I understand if he told a little white lie or a bigger lie in order for him to become popular online.
No problem with that. Yeah.
Right. So think about it. But then they're getting mad at me for saying, if somebody's taking elements of what I say and got popular, then I'd be a fool to not ride that wave by letting people know, hey, there's somebody who did this first. So it's okay for a person to lie to make their way. It's okay for somebody to steal somebody else's stuff.
You in a tough position, because even though you can logically say all of that, the optics of it, there's going to be a percentage of people who just going to look at the optics, and it's going to look like,
and you know who those people are called? Fans of his. Because those same people are the same people who run around and say, what? We created rock and roll. They weren't alive and they didn't create rock and roll. So why are they telling white people they created rock and roll? Why are they saying we built the pyramids? They didn't do it. Why were they going out and for that some black girl created a TikTok dance, but the white girl made it popular? Guess what black folks did?
They wanted to take credit for it. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, why is that? So why from what they created and what they didn't get credit for, but then when somebody else doing it, they say you look like a bitch. Like, I can't believe you. People, rap is full of someone took my line and they let you know you took that person's line. I didn't just say it about Kevin. I said it about Lil Foots. I didn't just say it about Lil Foots. I said it about Lady T. I didn't just say it about Lady T. I said it about Phil. I didn't just say it about Phil. I said it about Tyreek. If you take my words, I'm going to point it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I got no problem with that. There was a brief moment when you first started doing it where I was like, that don't sound good. It sounded like it was a brief moment where I was like, this just sounds like some sour grapes. But I listened to you, and I understand that you feel you have a responsibility to let it be known to all these new people coming in, hearing a lot of the stuff that you've been saying for a while. They're hearing it for the first time from him. You wanted to, I think you made some analogy, as his star rises up, you're gonna lasso on to it and go up a little more with it. I mean, so
But wait a minute, isn't that what? Here's what's funny.
What I'm saying is I can't knock.
No, I know you're saying you can't knock it. I'm still talking to the people in the audience. They're not even thinking about, if you have people who are saying they disagree with somebody, well, they hating and they bitter. But the people who agree with them are putting their name in the title too, and their numbers are going up, is it not?
Well, you talking to somebody right now?
Putting his name in the title a lot.
You talking to somebody right now? I got Tasha K, Kevin Samuels, Dr. Umar Johnson, and Derek Jackson in my title right now.
There you go. So you see my point, right?
I understand the game. That's why I'm not exactly, I'm not exactly about to come at you, sideways and say that you're doing something exactly wrong. I get the game. So it is what it is.
I just think it's odd. It's just like how these people are talking now. One of the points of Kevin Samuels, I just saw it the other day. One of the talking points of his high value man was you had to be doing it for 3 to 5 years. He said, because anybody can do anything and be a flash in the pan overnight. Then he said, you could be an athlete, you could be all world 1 year and then be a bust the next.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it funny that you got all those people in the comment section going off on me and telling me how jealous I am of somebody when I've been doing this for over 10 years and he's been doing it for 1?
Well, by definition, that will make you a high value man then.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, isn't that funny that the people who follow the premise of it? I think y'all don't understand when I make a lot of arguments, which is why I talk logically. I make the argument saying, if you're going to do that, then you should do it across the board. It's kind of like what you just said about those men who are saying, well, child support is wrong, but when it's some against somebody they don't like, then they bring it up as an issue. You're saying how that's hypocritical. Well, I'm saying this is hypocritical, that you would listen to someone tell you exactly what high value is and tell you how somebody doing something for that a short amount of time you don't jump on that and say, okay, that's the GOAT. But that's literally what y'all are doing. Y'all are going against his own words of how you take something serious.
Well, I'm not. I mean, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I mean, they are what they are.
Yeah, go ahead, City.
No, I was just simply saying, personally, I have no problem with it, and I've gone on the record personally in saying I'm a work in progress. So I don't go around slinging around. I'm a high value man. No, my position is I'm a work in progress. I got a lot of work to do. I see it as something to aim for. I think that's a big part of the problem in this dialogue about a high value man thing. I see it as something to aim for. I see it as a kind of guiding North Star. Other guys see it as, an affront to their personality or an attack on their character or something like that. I can't tell other people how to see something, but me personally, I see it as something to aim for. I'm a work in progress, and I just keep working. That's how I look at it.
Somebody said in the comment section, says, look how much you talk about him versus how much he talks about you. These are the same people. Yeah, think about what they're saying. Well, look at how when you say these stupid things, when you talk about Serena Williams, look how much you talk about her versus how much you talk about you. This man right here on the show, you talked about Derrick Jackson, sir. Has Derrick Jackson talked about you?
Hell no. And I'm
so by the audience stance, why is it they're not going off on you and trying to throw that in your face? This is why the world doesn't respect black folks. Most black folks are just idiots. And the dude had 500 people watching his show. And I was on the show. Someone in his audience made fun of how small my audience was. You're irrelevant. You only have 3,000 people watching you, is what they said. And so I said to the host, well, if I'm irrelevant with 3,000 people watching me, what are they saying about you, sir?
Yeah, that's just outright stupid. And to be fair, people have criticized me for because I make multiple videos about Derrick Jackson. I disagree with him on everything, and the nonsense that he be saying, reacting to that is really, that was the first video I ever posted on YouTube. So I got no problem with making reaction videos to the nonsense that Derrick Jackson says. So that's why even when I had an initial moment of side eyeing you coming at Kevin Samuels the way you was coming at him. That was part of the reason why I had to pump the brake, because, hey, a content creator that's saying a bunch of stuff I disagree with, that I can make response videos to it, and I get great views when I do it. My audience enjoy me picking apart Derrick Jackson's simpery. My audience, they enjoy me doing that. So therefore, I do it. I can't. So I understand completely that if you're looking at Kevin Samuels, as this is somebody who, yes, he's got to the point where now he's bigger than you. He's saying some things that you either agree or disagree with, and you're going to respond and do reaction videos to it. I completely understand that. There is a factor of how much is he saying that you actually disagree with, because like you said, he got his points from you. And so if he got the points from you, if they were right when you said it, they got to be right when he's saying it. So then
that's been my only issue. And every time they try to call, here's what I kept doing. You're going to sit up here and troll my comment section because I'm saying something that you know is true? Then I'm going to make another video then. So you're going to keep doing it?
Hold on.
Like, this makes no sense. If somebody's going to be an a-hole to you for doing something that they don't like, you have every right to keep on damn doing it, because you don't know these people and they're messing with you because they're a fan of this person. If I'd made a video, when I made a video about that girl with the 10 kids, Strong Mommy Chrissy, this is why I have a problem with you men who follow Kevin Samuels. Y'all watch me go after Strong Mommy Chrissy every day and cheer it on. Did that girl ever make a video about me? Nope. the Roach Queen. Y'all watch me make videos about that girl every day. Had no problem with it. Several of black women, when the one with the hair where she fucked up her scalp, made several videos about her. Men sat right there and cheered it. So I can make videos about these women, more than one, and you cheer it. I make videos about your boyfriend. You can't let that go. That's weird. And I told every black woman to look at what these black men are doing and how attached to men they are, but how they cheer men on for talking about women. That's insane. YouTube is a place where people make videos to get people to watch. I ain't attacked that man. I ain't said nothing about that man personally. I don't know anything about him. Anytime they ask me, they said, when I make the joke, I said, y'all watch me make jokes about people, how they look all the time. But all of a sudden, I can't say how Kevin looked. So I can have a whole song where I say, what I say? Extra fruity for the. I even said King Ball looked like a woman. But I can't say that about Kevin Samuels. You can listen to me say it about everybody else, but not your boyfriend. These are the same people who will be my fan until they go to jail, and then I get their video in my hand. I don't know who they are. I just make a video about something stupid. I saw something stupid. So-and-so went to jail. So-and-so did this in public. And they'll come back and be like, I was a fan of yours. I can't believe you did this to me. I was like, first, I didn't know you. Second off, if you saw me put everybody else that came across the news desk and you laughed at that, why would you not laugh when it's your turn?
Mm-hmm. Do you see that it's a difference? Okay, you talked about some purple hair Roach Queen stuff. I barely remember the stories. Yeah. Somebody who rocks with Kevin Samuels will listen to you talk about that, and y'all would agree, Kevin Samuels would agree, you would agree, and the fan would agree that person is problematic and everything that you said about that person.
No, but I make more than one video. I'm talking about the number. Not that I said something about this person. This will be a person that I see what they're doing, and I'm making several videos about one person. Mm-hmm. They're not saying that it looked like I'm clout chasing. They're not saying that it looked like I'm harassing or that I'm jealous. They sit right there and laugh at me going after the same woman multiple times. Who never made a video about me, who never bothered me, who didn't do anything wrong to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was in her business.
Right. So yeah, you're essentially just talking about just the repetitive nature of making a video about somebody else. They're talking about that. Yeah, I definitely understand you. Do you think it's a fair criticism that somebody's saying? I kind of touched on this, and I don't know if you understood what I said or I didn't say it right, so I'll kind of repeat it, that if Kevin Samuels got his talking points from you, if they were right when you said them, they're right when he said it. I mean, you don't really disagree with him on anything. So what is the critique?
I don't agree on them.
Woody?
I don't agree on them. And see, my biggest issue, and I said,
no, what I'm asking, let me finish my question. What's the critique of what he's saying if he's saying the same stuff that you've been saying?
Well, okay, then while you were finishing, I was answering that exact same thing.
Okay,
that ain't my argument. If you're going to make an argument that ain't my argument, I don't like when people do that. You wouldn't want me to do it. Make an argument that ain't your argument. I've had answers 1,000 times. I
was asking for clarification.
I
admitted in the outset that I probably messed up or misunderstood. So, but go ahead and set the record straight.
What it was simple. There were direct things. Has them. They're good things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
When you are stealing my lines, that's a problem. Okay. I did it when Steve Harvey first said the damn when he said Madden King. You know where he got that damn thing from. And I remember at least Cat Williams, when he took something from me, when I brought that up, he at least said, yes, I got it from him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't understand that. We can sit there and tell lies like this one person who got on the that lady T got on fucking TV and said, excuse me, French, got on TV and said that she learned how to do what she did from named all white people. You didn't learn
I remember that a long time ago. You did go off about that because you pointed out areas. Yeah, you pointed out areas where she clearly mimicked and copied your style, but when it came to acknowledge those that she learned from, she said everybody but you.
So now that you remember this, nothing I'm saying now should be odd because I've done it to several people. If you take something of mine, I'm going to say something. I don't care how big or small you are. If I hear it, somebody pointed out to me, I'm like, Why would you take something from somebody and not give them credit? You know why? Another reason why I would say that. Because you watch me do shows day after day, and I'll take songs from people and tell people where to get the original song. I played my music, and people thought, oh, that sounds good. I like that. And I'll be like, well, I got the beat from here, and this is the song. I'm big at doing this. One thing that we don't do as black people. We don't have it done for us. Other races of people take stuff from us, won't give us credit. We don't get anything from it. And now our own race is doing it because we're used to seeing it. We don't get to steal from white people like that, but we do steal from each other like that. When last I checked, the rising tides can raise all boats. I have no problem with anybody I take something from and say I got it from them because I thought it was funny. And I think you should go back and check that person out. What's wrong with that? If I find Marvin Gaye to be really good, and I sing it one time on my show, and people think I'm singing an original song, but I know I love Marvin Gaye. Why wouldn't I introduce my audience to Marvin Gaye?
Okay, it's two things here. I'm glad you took it where you took it. Somebody is saying, Paul G is saying in the chat, I don't know if this is true, but I have heard people say this, that Kevin Samuels shouted him out all the time until Tommy Sotomayor criticized him. I don't know if that's true. I have heard people saying that. Okay, all right, we'll leave it
matter of fact, I did the homework on that. He shouted me out like a lot of y'all do. No offense. When you are small, you will attach yourself to a bigger person. But once you grow, then you want to be your own man, so you won't. You'll attach yourself now to smaller people who don't threaten.
Let me ask you this question, because I'm glad you took it where you took it. This is one thought I had floating around in my head. I don't know if it makes sense, so I just want to hear your thoughts on it. When you're saying, why won't he acknowledge you, or if he got
no, I didn't ask.
No,
that.
Not acknowledge. Okay, go ahead and restate it so I can make sure I get it right.
No, I wasn't asking anything. Here's the thing: somebody takes something of yours. I didn't ask these people to do anything. If you took something of mine and you act like I don't exist, I'm gonna say I exist. That's what I said. Like Thanos. Thanos said, "I'll do it myself." Why would people get mad if I'm making sure? If I know I created something, I'm making sure the world understands I created something.
All right. Did you just say that? Then why wouldn't he, just like you said, you would introduce the people to Marvin Gaye so they can know where it came from? Why wouldn't he introduce the people to you? You did say that. Correct?
No. I said I do this. I said, so why wouldn't people understand that I'm going to make this argument? If you know I've made it, and I said it when you said, yeah, I remember that lady, you said that about Lady T. I said, yes, so you should know I'm going to do this regardless of if they do it. I don't need people to give me what it is that I believe I deserve. I'll go get it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, this is my thought. These are the thoughts I had circulating, floating around in my head. Kevin Samuels probably does not want to, even though he's using a lot of your talking points, he probably does not want to attach himself to you for the same reason. Let's just look at it like this. Barack Obama, while running for president, for obvious reasons, even though he set up in Jeremiah Wright's church for a decade, he sat there in that church, but when he was running for president and them tapes of Reverend Jeremiah Wright came up, he had to distance himself from that. Why? Because like I think Biden said, Obama's clean. So do you think that it's a Kevin Samuels is clean factor, Tommy is not clean, so Kevin Samuels don't want to
Jeremiah Wright had nothing to do with Barack Obama's political views or anything.
I understand that, but he sat in that church. He did sit in that church for a decade.
Bro, but one has nothing to do with the other, so of course he would disavow that because it has nothing to do with the other thing, which is him running for president. Think about what you're saying.
I got you.
He was in church, and the person. If you and I were cool, and we did construction together, and you started running for office, those are two different things. I had nothing to do with you running for office. So if I do something stupid and you want to run for office, of course you're going to disavow me.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with your office run. But if I'm the one who put you on the path, you'd have a hard time getting around that. And if you tried, I would then just say, even though I'm a poison pill, I'd make sure people know where you got it from. If one or two things would happen, we'd have to make a deal, which is what he did with Jeremiah Wright, made a deal that Jeremiah Wright is like, look, brother, I'm going to have to go out and publicly disavow you, but it's nothing personal. So that's why Jeremiah Wright never went against him. They boys. Just like you. If you and your boy, if you have to tell if your boy have to throw you under the bus to save his marriage, you'll probably let him. Why? Because it's your boy.
Right.
But if it's not your boy, you gonna let him throw you under the bus?
Nah. No, well,
nobody.
Hold on. Let me make sure I follow the logic you're saying of it. All right, no, I got you.
So there would be no reason. I would understand that an individual is saying you're a poison pill to me. I accept that.
Right.
But me being the person, I ain't your boy, you ain't.
I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. I want you to get up right now. Get up, go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this
I
anymore.
love Chris Rich.
It's about to get wild. They locking us down. You want to go wild, but confine to your house. Social distancing. They won't have to deal with a crowd. No differences. Supremacists, they getting it down. Gas prices lower than they've been in a while. What can it do for you now? You ain't moving around. It's troops in your town.
Black Order would go over there, right? And what ended up happening is guys would go over there too. And when the guys went over there, the guys would overtake the panel. And the problem with that was niggas wasn't getting the conversation. You know how sometimes you have a panel and you need women to come on there so that you can see. Yeah, true that. So